If you're subscribed to this channel, chances are you're either avoiding travel to the US or you're from the US and understand exactly why Canadians are staying away. We've all seen the stories: people being detained, phones searched, rude or aggressive CBP guards, long delays in secondary, and even being asked ridiculous questions about the US president. Most of us just don't want to deal with that. We'd rather stay in Canada or head somewhere else entirely. And sure, maybe 9 out of 10 people will get through fine. But what if you're that one person who doesn't? Maybe you cross paths with a guard having a bad day. Maybe you checked the wrong box. Or maybe you're a person of color or speak with an accent. You could be stuck in questioning. Or worse, your trip could be over before it even starts. So if you're still thinking of going, I've got a few clips to show you what people are facing at the border. Before we start, I wanted to showcase my hometown's airport in the photo backdrops. Some might think it's a bit odd, but for anyone visiting Vancouver for the first time, this is what you'll see the moment you land. Vancouver International Airport has been voted the best airport in North America an incredible 14 times in the past 16 years by the Skytrax World Airport Awards. So if you're arriving in Vancouver soon, I hope this gives you a quick taste of what our city has to offer. Let's get into the clips.
Right now, is you or you know her?
Bro, watch out. I'm right here at the LA airport and they're already coming here. Be careful. Don't come to LA airport.
Yesterday, I was at the Fort Lauderdale International Airport dropping off riders at departures, and I saw something quite concerning. I saw ICE, I saw Department of Homeland Security, and I saw the Broward Sheriff's Office motion 4 cars over that were in line to drop people off at departures at the airport. And they motioned them over to come to the side, I guess, of the street area. And 2 of the cars had their windows down as I was driving slowly by. This concerns me. They, I don't think, can stop you for no reason. They have to have a legitimate reason to stop you. But they were stopping people, and people were rolling windows down. And I know they ask things. I've seen a lot of videos where they're asking people for various things or questions, and unless they have a legitimate reason to stop you, they can't. They can't request an ID just to request one. They have to have a legitimate reason. We are still in the United States. We are not in Germany in the 1930s or in Russia now. I like my attorneys and my other legal people to pipe in so we can try to educate people of what they can do. But this was occurring in Fort Lauderdale yesterday morning, I don't know, 9, 10 o'clock in the morning, and I wanted to let people know about it because this was occurring here at the airport. This is very concerning to me. Love to hear from my Democrats, my MAGAs, my crazies, my cuckoos, and my burned out lebos. They have to have reasons to stop you, and they can't just ask for an ID on the street. We're not in a third world country yet.
So for those of you still thinking about heading to the US, ask yourself this: are you ready for this kind of welcome the second you land? The so-called land of the free is now a place where you can be stopped the moment you step off a plane, or even as you're leaving the country. Greg the Uber driver on TikTok shared something that really got to me. He warned that ICE and Homeland Security are randomly stopping people inside airports, even when you're just trying to go home. No warning, no reason. He says they don't have the right to check your ID. But let's be honest, are you really going to resist if a federal agent demands it? This was in Fort Lauderdale, but make no mistake, it's happening across the country, and I'm not about to roll the dice and get caught up in it. And just when you think it can't get more disgusting, there's this clown walking around in a fake ICE jacket from Amazon, harassing people for fun. Watch this lowlife.
Do you actually work for ICE?
No, not at all. Nope.
Explain the outfit.
It's $29.99 on Amazon. I would recommend buying a small if you're my size. This one's a little too loose for my liking. But yeah, if you want some entertainment, wear this and go to a Home Depot in a sanctuary city like where I live right now, Washington, D.C., and you'll see all the illegals, not all of them, but you can maybe see a lot of them start to run away, and you feel like a group fitness instructor. It's really good.
And you actually think that's funny?
I think it's hilarious. Absolutely. What's not funny is them illegally.
There you have it, everybody. One of the worst people I've seen here at CPAC, and that's saying something. Appreciate
What kind of person dresses up as ICE and hangs around Home Depot just to get a laugh? A real piece of shit. That's who. He's not doing it for awareness. He's doing it for his own sick pleasure. And this right here, this is what Donald has unleashed across the US. This is what 77 million of his supporters are laughing at, while the rest of the world just shakes their heads in disgust. It's toxic. It's pathetic. And it's exactly why I don't want to step foot over that border anymore. But what really gets me is how these same people still think he's doing a great job. Watch this next clip and try not to shake your head.
How do you think Trump's doing in office so far?
Overall, I guess he's doing a good job.
How do you think Trump's done in office so far?
I think pretty good.
How do you think Trump's doing in office so far?
I don't think very well.
How do you think Trump's done in office so far?
He's in office?
How do you think Trump's doing in office so far?
Good.
Do you think Trump can make America great again?
Yes.
How do you think Trump's done in office so far?
No comment, boys.
Excuse me, sir? How do you think Trump's doing in office so far?
He sucks.
How do you think Trump's done in office so far?
Excellent.
What do you think of Trump's job so far?
I am not happy with it.
How do you think Trump's done in office so far?
Great.
Do you think Trump can make America great again?
Absolutely.
What do you think of Trump's presidency so far?
Oh, it's superb. Do you think Trump can make America great again?
Sure. Do you think Trump can make America great again?
Of course. He already started.
How do you think Trump's doing in office so far?
He's doing fantastic.
Yeah, fantastic.
How do you think Trump is doing in office so far?
I don't vote.
So here's what Donald's supporters are saying. Excellent. Doing a great job. Superb. Of course he already started. That's what you get when people stop thinking for themselves. No research, no questioning, just parroting whatever Donald says like it's gospel. And then there's the last guy. Didn't vote at all. I'll hold my thoughts on him. But this is why I'm showing you these clips. Because if you're still planning to go south, you need to know what you're walking into. It's not just ICE, not just Homeland Security. It's 77 million people, some of whom you just saw, that you'll be sharing space with. Now, hey, if you're okay with that, that's your decision. But most Canadians and much of the world are not fine with it. Still thinking about going? Listen to what this next person's friend went through.
If you're a Canadian looking to travel to the United States, you might want to think twice. And here's why. So this past weekend on Saturday, my friend went to the border to cross over to go grab some mail and just go to a couple stores that they usually do. They've had a Nexus card for the last 13 months, so this is not their first rodeo. And this is what happened.
Let me pause right here so you can read this message for yourself. Feel free to hit pause on my video if you need more time. From the looks of it, this is the truck crossing down in Blaine, Washington, somewhere I'm very familiar with, and have picked up packages across the border in the past. But why the heck is your friend still doing this? Does he or she realize there is now tax coming back into Canada on everything, no matter how little or much you spend?
Yeah. So after I saw that, I had to message them and I had to ask for a little bit of further clarification on exactly what happened. So apparently they said that they got immediately pulled into secondary right after they had been asked of how they felt about the new representation of their country and also how they felt about the new America. So that was the first time. And then when they got pulled into secondary, they got asked again. They also witnessed other people who were also pulled into secondary being asked twice that very question, which is weird if you ask me. I don't know. I don't think we ask people when they come to Canada how they feel about Mark Carney or Justin Trudeau. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Somebody correct me. So they got pulled into secondary. They got completely searched, including their phone. My friend's a smart person. They didn't bring their normal original phone. And for anybody who wants to try to cross the border, this is a little piece of advice for you. Probably don't bring your normal phone. Just saying. So they got through and they crossed over and they went over to their first town. And this is where things kind of get more uncomfortable and towards a space that I don't feel maybe we should be traveling over to the States anymore. And this is because in the first town, they were yelled at and screamed at. And then the second town they went to go to a certain store they normally have gone to many, many, many times, they got screamed at again to go home. Yes. So this is how apparently Americans feel about us Canadians now. They hate us.
Now I'm going to make an assumption here, because I'm guessing her friend crossed at Blaine. What she described? That used to be my regular routine for my now wife and I. Back before Donald stepped into office. Cross the border, pick up our packages, grab lunch in the next town, Bellingham, hit up Trader Joe's, maybe Costco for the stuff we don't get back in Vancouver, then head home. Simple. But even back in the early 2010s, the warning signs were already there. One day, parked at Costco, I came back to a note on my windshield. Go back to fucking Canada. And I wasn't the only one. Other BC plates had the same. Back then, I brushed it off. But today, that kind of hate isn't just isolated. It's been amplified, louder, bolder, by the man at the top. And before anyone says, but Washington's a blue state, sure, technically, but over 1.5 million in that same state still voted for Donald. So no matter what side a state leans, you're never far from someone who sees you as a problem just because of the flag on your license plate. And that's the safety risk we're talking about.
I don't know why anybody needs to go over there right now, but if you do, I highly suggest just don't. Just order it online if you have to. Like, there's no reason, unless you have family, but get them to come here, maybe, because it's just not safe anymore. I don't want to necessarily fearmonger anybody, but that whole conversation made me incredibly uncomfortable. And it just seems so odd to be asked so many times how you feel about someone, and also to be yelled and screamed at more than once while you cross the border and you're a Canadian. Like, I thought we had a good relationship with America, or at least we did anyways. And all it takes is, what, 6 months and a new dude in office, and all of a sudden now y'all hate us? So
It's actually not that complicated. One guy lit the match, and millions of poorly informed people decided to burn the bridge with Canada. They don't know our history. They don't know what we've done to help. But they've been told we're the problem, so they repeat it like it's gospel. As we saw in the earlier clips, these Donald supporters, they're not curious. They're not asking questions. They're just nodding along because one man told them everything's fine. And that blind loyalty, that's how we ended up in the mess we're in now.
I don't know. I don't really trust crossing the border, and if you want to or have to, I'd be really careful and look into trying to protect yourself as much as possible while doing so, making sure that people know where you are, making sure that you actually like stitch a phone number into your pants or your underwear. No, I am actually not kidding, because half of us don't remember phone numbers, and if your phone gets taken away and you can't call anybody, yeah, don't bring your normal phone, maybe. Bring a GPS tracker with you, an AirTag. Just think smart. Just think really smart and think about what you say to those border agents if you're going to cross. But if you can, I would just avoid it right now. Maybe for the next 4 years or more, hopefully less. Oh God, this is where we're at, people. This is where we're at. We can't even cross into the States. All right. Anyways, stay safe out there. And yeah, please share this video.
Well, I hate to say it. In just under 4 years, my view on the US will not change. And I know I'm not alone. Not just here in Canada, but around the world. You've seen the clips. This isn't exaggeration. It's the current reality in the US. And if you're thinking about visiting, I'd seriously reconsider. 25 will be the year the US broke trust with allies, with neighbors, with the global community. 50 years from now, this moment will be in the history books. And whoever ends up as the next Democratic president, they're inheriting a country more divided than ever. Meanwhile, the hate and chaos are still being stoked by the guy at the top. And eventually, US citizens might start asking each other this.
What kind of American are you?
That was from the film Civil War, where the president was serving a third term. Unconstitutional, but somehow allowed. Sound familiar? If you found this video helpful, hit like, subscribe, and share it with someone who needs to see this. And if you're still here, Check out the other videos showing up now. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.